are going to the class regarding the internal structure of the kidney. I thought previous class I thought that about the internal structure of the kidney. Already I explained about the outer. We are able to see the dark outer region is called as cortex, and inner region is called as a medulla. This is dark red in color. Cortex is a dark reddish in color, and the medulla is a pale red in color. Pale red in color. Already I explained about this. But what are the internal structures we are able to see means nothing but we are able to see the billions of nephrons in the medulla regions, and also we are able to see the at least 9 to 12 pyramids. The pyramids are called as renal pyramids or medullary pyramids. On above the pyramids we are able to see the hair-like structures that are called as the calyces. And together these pyramids all together combined together form the region is called as the pelvis. Pelvis region will be opens into notch. That notch depression is called as the hilus. From the hilus, what will be arises is nothing but tube-like structure that is called as the ureter. Ureter is a tube-like structure. We arise from the hilus region. But I explained already yesterday. Renal artery enters inside through the hilus. Renal vein will be exit or goes outside through the hilus. This is the one of the region. This is useful for the entry and exit. Renal artery will be useful. Renal artery will be entered into the kidney through the hilus. Renal vein will be goes outside through the hilus region only. I thought yesterday this, and also I thought about the structure of a billion tube-like structures are there. They are called as nephrons. We are able to see the number of nephrons. These nephrons is useful for the filtering of blood. I thought yesterday renal artery brings the oxygenated blood, but somewhat the waste substance also there in the oxygenated blood. This is filtered through the nephrons. After the filtration, it goes to the calyces region, and calyces region to the pyramids. Pyramids through the pelvis. This pelvis will be supplies the urine outside through the ureter. I explained yesterday. But now I am going to the clearly the structure of a nephron. What are the structures? Yesterday I thought that this nephron is classified into two. That is called as a Malpighian tubule and a Henle loop. Malpighian capsule consists of a cup-shaped structure. That cup-shaped structure is called as the Bowman's capsule. And inside the Bowman's capsule, we are able to see the number of blood capillaries that are called as glomerulus. Glomerulus, Bowman's capsules together form the Malpighian capsule or Malpighian tubule. This number of podocytes or pore-like structures are seen inside this glomerulus that is useful for the filtering the blood. But it will be useful for the glomerulus is useful for filtering the substances. But except the proteins, all the substances are filtered and the proteins are reabsorbed back. That whatever the filtered waste substances will be goes into the first region is called as proximal convoluted tubule. This whatever the urine enters first time, that is called as the primary urine. Whatever the filter first time, that is called as the primary urine. Next, from the proximal convoluted tubule, it goes toward the Henle loop. Henle loop. Here the 75% of filtration will be happens, but here at least 10% of waste will be remains. This waste substance, inside the waste substance, again the reabsorption will be happens. Reabsorption will be happens, and after the reabsorption of waste materials, the waste content will be enters into the distal convoluted tubule. This is a distal convoluted tubule. From the distal convoluted tubule, it opens into the collecting duct. But I explained that mostly here the glomerulus filtration. What is glomerulus filtration? Is nothing but whatever the first prepared urine, that is called as glomerulus filtration. Here the blood will be filtered. No, that substance is called as glomerulus filtration. Next, tubular reabsorption. I explained already. First, what are the waste materials are there now? That is absorbed by the proximal convoluted tubule. Next, it will be reabsorbed by the Henle's loop. Later, it goes toward the distal convoluted tubule. Later, it goes to the outside through the collecting duct. I want to explain that tubular secretion. Tubular secretions, primary convoluted region, the urine travels through the Henle's loop to the distal convoluted tubule, I told. But here, what happens? Peritubular networks are there. The peritubular capillaries will be supplies the waste materials into the distal convoluted tubule. This distal convoluted tubule supplies towards the collecting duct. That maintains the concentration. Here only that maintains the proper concentration and pH, and smaller amount of tubular secretion also takes place in the area of proximal convoluted tubule already observed here. Here they already observed the diagram in the textbook. What is the page number? 81. In the 81 we are able to see the diagram clearly. Okay.